Shaun, how important is this weekend's game?
It's hugely important. It's one, obviously, for the rivalry of the city and their support, and obviously the opportunity to go to a major final. So it's I can't underestimate how big this game is and how big a performance the team will need.
Yeah, post-match last weekend, you were extremely unhappy with the second half performance. How or what have we been doing this week to put that right, and how confident are you that we can put that right?
I'm confident we can put it right. I think at the start of the week there was a lot of hurt, and rightly so. I still feel that hurt now, particularly when watching certain things back. Giving the players real clarity on why we got beat and certain things that we did very well to actually get ourselves in a position to be the more dominant team in the first 25-30 minutes. And we have to sustain that. I think my confidence comes from if we do certain things that allow us to do that, then we can definitely change the result of last weekend. But as always, the talking has to be done on the pitch.
Yeah, you mentioned the hurt just there. How important is it that the players use that in the right way going into Saturday?
Yeah, it's very important. I think it's also the staff and the supporters. I think there's things we all saw. Supporters will see it, they'll feel it, whether they're at work this week, whether they're at school. Like, there's a big hurt that comes from not just players and staff, it's also the people that travel up and down the country really to come and watch us. We have to use that, we have to use it this weekend. In football you can win and lose on certain things, but our performance has to show, and it has to show and give our supporters a real sort of pride that we are giving absolutely everything not to, one, not to lose this game, and two, to actually go and win it.
What's the mood been like going into this one, and how's training gone?
The trainings went well. I think the mood has been very determined towards the end of this week. There was a lot of hurt at the start, and rightly so. But I felt that hurt even watching the game back Saturday night, Sunday morning. I think I had to get over it quicker than the players. I have to give them clarity on why it happened. But I then also have to put a demand on certain areas that we have to improve if we're going to give ourselves the best opportunity to win this game. And I have to lead from the very front in these demands, and I felt the training's been very good the last couple of days, as it was last week. And now what we have to do is we have to show it on the pitch, and we have to sustain it on the pitch, not through 20 minutes, not through 30 minutes or 45, 46, whatever it was. We have to do it through 90 or whatever is needed this weekend.
Yeah, fight, commitment, intensity are all things that you need in an Edinburgh derby, but on the flip side, like you say, to prolong that consistent performance, you need that belief as well.
Yeah, you have to have a belief in terms of in the biggest moments when they go against you, when you concede a goal, when you concede a second goal after being in a position or a good position for a period of the first half, to within 3 or 4 minutes either side of half time to now be 2-1 down. There has to be a belief and a strength that if we continue to do certain things, we can then hurt hearts as we showed we can. But you take away everything in terms of what we can speak about at times, in terms of tactically or anything like that. I think there has to be a foundation to the performance of an absolute desire not to let the opponent get the better of you, and then at that moment you have to go and take the game. I'm very experienced in this game, for 23, 24 years as a professional. And I know there's certain things that are needed to win big moments, and I understand that if those aren't there, then these big matches can become very, very difficult.
How will Hampden affect this one? Obviously, bigger pitch, pretty much 50-50 split in terms of supporters.
Yeah, it will affect, but what we showed in the first 25-30 minutes under the most intense pressure at Tynecastle, we can play. The biggest thing is we have to sustain that, and in the moments when Hearts are dominating us, we have to be strong enough not to concede. Now, what we have this weekend is an opportunity, one, to give our fans something to feel a sense of pride and actually send them happy. We can never ever forget that. We have an opportunity to also create history. We've never gone to Hampden and beaten Hearts there in the history of our club. So it's an opportunity our players cannot pass up without giving absolutely everything, every last sinew to give them the best opportunity to win. For them, whoever's come to watch them, family, and we will never ever forget the people that come and watch us. It's all about, it should always be about them.
In terms of team news, there are a few players that had knocks during the game at Tynecastle, some that came off injured. What's the latest on those guys?
Yeah, Dre's struggling, which was a big disappointment. I think he was our best player in that first 25-30 minutes. That maybe, it does show exactly what that player brings to us. I know he's at difficult times, but he was a big miss when he went off, and that shows, I think, and that showed. Other players had knocks, they managed to play through them, so we'll give, Dre will struggle, but we'll give the other players every minute to try and make the squad. So yeah, we'll give until Friday after training.
Yeah, and obviously it's a big boost having Ryan Porteous back. Not only is he a leader at his tender age, but equally he allows us to play through the lines, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, I think you can look at it in and out of possession, and I think the overall thing for me is a real personality to show his best and show the best of him in many different ways. I think a real personality to go and win the game, and I think you've seen in some, the last Derby game was as good a centre-back performance I'd seen this season from anyone, and a real desire not to get beat, but at the same time to really go and show the best attributes you have. I need as many of our players to show that this weekend, and if we do, then it will give ourselves a great opportunity to win this game. Yeah,
and just finally, this game could change the entire complexity of our season.
Yes, it really could. I think huge disappointment in the league, and we can completely change the narrative of our season with this, and we can change the narrative of our opponent, our biggest rival. We can change their season, and they know that.
Shaun, thank you and good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.